quite quiet at the moment. We've had a lovely half-time show by about 50 young ladies who did a lovely dance out there and had us all quite interested. And now we're all set to go. Grant Fox ready to get the second half started. And in fact, it's the touch judges who have been a bit delayed for some reason or other. There was a thought that actually the half-time interval would last for 7 minutes. But of course, according to the laws of the game, it can't be more than 5. However, they're getting near to 7 now, and that's a great cheer, I think, for Phil Bota. There he is, the big lad moving across. He would be the referee who would take over if Frick Burger, the ref, was hurt. And I've seen that happen 4 times in an international as well. Referees carried off. Start of the second half. Grant Fox gets it going very high. Visaki waits. Doesn't quite collect it, but they built the battlements round him, and they've won the ball. And nicely back there to Oniball from Duprea. And I must say those two have worked pretty well together. Both of them, of course, play for the Harlequins club here, and so they know each other.
New Zealand need to get back into their rhythm now. They seem to me to have another gear they could go up in that first half. Starting to get on control in the line-up, not letting Natal win good clean ball on their own throw-in, and driving the ball when they put on their feet.
Visaki well beaten for it there by Ian Jones. Cooksey helping as well with the drive. The black blanket goes in, but they're being held, of course. This is a massive Natal pack. Loud blast, I think maybe for pulling them all down. Didn't hear Frick Burger's comments there. We get a relay of his comments, and it's quite amusing sometimes to hear him. But anyway, it looked as if the maul had been deliberately pulled down. And so Grant Fox is going to kick for goal. I was just telling you about the size of those Natal forwards. They really are the biggest pack I've ever seen. You can see here how they managed to stop the All Blacks drive, and then there was a good lot of handling there, and it may well have been handling rather than pulling the thing down. But the point was that the Natal forwards held the drive, and they did it because they averaged something like 110 kilos. There's 883 kilograms of South African beef out there in that pack, and it's very formidable indeed. We haven't quite seen it at its best in scrummaging so far, but certainly it is a factor if they can keep their legs moving throughout the next 40 minutes. Grant Fox again being counted down. You see 4 successful kicks out of the 6, and this is a long one. He'll have to give this a good belt. It'll be what? Probably about 41, 42 metres, maybe a bit more for the angle. There's a lovely view from the touchline camera just behind him. Fox then looks not bad at all. It isn't bad at all. Well, you can see that the counting down doesn't affect him in the slightest. 19 points to 6. The All Blacks lead, and they've played about 2.5 minutes of the second half.
Again, I think the crucial thing from New Zealand's perspective, they won good two-handed line-out ball and drove it. I think they can do as much of that as they want.
Honeyball hung up a beautiful restart kick there. It enabled his forwards to get there in numbers. And Cooksley was knocked forward, but the ball also was knocked forward. And so the scrummage goes to Natal. Notice the centres thought that it was going to be an All Black put in. But they've dropped back now into an attacking position. There, Robert Duprea, number 9.
We're pulling!
He's playing his 14th game for Natal, but he used to play for Western Transvaal right from 1982, so he's a vastly experienced laddie. First started in provincials as a 19-year-old. Honeyball, on there to the big... Miller just got past the tackle by Zin van Broek, and allowed pass for a high tackle, and a comment made, and it's made the kick even easier. Zin van Broek knocked on the floor because he took the ball away with it. And Hugh Reese Edwards indicates that he'll kick for goal, as all of us expected. Well, that really was a bit silly. It was a very good break indeed by Peter Muller, this very powerful young centre. Just under 14 stones he is.
We can see it here now. Actually rather badly missed tackle by Ernie Clark before that, and then he's in an offside position as he comes in to take the ball, and so gives away the penalty as well. Concentration is what New Zealand needs.
Reese Edwards with his first successful penalty goal of the match, and so Natal Natal keep their hopes alive. And you can see what a big fellow is. There are some who think that even though he's 31 years old, that he could play for the Springboks in a fortnight's time against the All Blacks. 19-9 then it is, 4 minutes gone of the second half. And the big crowd fairly quiet because I think you know that the All Blacks generally have been in charge. Fox with the restart, drop out again. Paul Bachman was in there to take it, and number 8, Gary Heisman as well. Dupree with a lovely dummy. Reese Edwards. And once again that siege gun put, the referee had played advantage, although the All Blacks were offside, decides that the big kick up to the 10 metres line of Natal isn't enough of an advantage, and so they get a second bite at the cherry. Now just, let's see if you can hear the boom when this fella's foot hits the ball. It comes off it like a howitzer shell when he really lets it go. Hugh Reese Edward. It's a lovely kick again. Of course, they're ideal conditions for kicking here. You know, the ball dry and a little bit of breeze, but nothing very serious. But it's still quite impressive. So there we are. That's the All Blacks 22. All Blacks 3/4, nice and deep, 10 metres back. Richard Lowe surveys the situation as he does so often for Waikato. Jamie Joseph comes to the front of the line out. Forcing John Allen to perhaps change his throw. Very fast flat one that time, taken by Blakeway at the back. He's caught by Michael Jones.
Calm down. Not straight.
So they're taking the scrummage. Not straight. Then Zandbrook has a little look. Number 8 forwards like to let the other team know that they're there, even though it was the All Blacks put in. And Strong didn't quite get the right foot on it that time. Knocked back on the All Black side to Ronnie Clark. This Ronnie Clark, they tell me, can find space where none exists, but there's certainly none in there for him. He's down at the bottom there, bless him.
Stop it! You killed it! Calm down!
Vic Burger says, you killed it. Scrummage, Natal put in.
Game's rather lost its shape from New Zealand's perspective. They're making a few mistakes, not controlling the ball and not being able to put shape, put pattern on the game, which is what they want to do.
We all hitting it, wheeling it.
The All Blacks, however, are having to scrummage very hard indeed, because although Natal haven't shoved them, they've held their scrummage. That was a lovely scrum. Now to Muir, on the ball, but back inside to Muller. Muller caught the scrum by Zandbrook. That's the All Black 22. And there's the drive going in, and once again it falls, but the referee giving them time to win it. Jurgensen motioning to the New Zealand backs to stay onside, out to Muir. Muir well to take on there. Yes, and Van der Westhuizen just couldn't quite make it. Caboose, they call him, playing his 12th game for Natal, but it was Muir really who made it. A much underrated centre, the blonde lad. And listen to the crowd roaring here. 45,000 of them, 42 seated, 2,000 standing around, and as they said to us, the other 1,000 have just been squeezed in. And they're enjoying every moment despite the score. Natal within 5-6 metres. Richard Lowe. Steichmann, number 8, second from the tail. Paul Bachman in front of him. They put the two big fellas, Atherton and Bisafi, together, 4 and 5. But a lovely jump there by Zandbrook into the space. And Strong waits. Paul Bachman gets a hold of him. The other Muller, the forward Muller, wanted a penalty. The attempt at the drop goal by Reese Edwards. What a lick he's given that one. It was a tremendous kick. And it's just past the side of the right hand upright. It just shows you if you're going to kick against those fellas, you have to make your touches.
Another very good line-out from New Zealand on defence there. Zandbrook winning again. Crucial, I think, that New Zealand have 3 loose forwards who can jump. Vol Bartman for Natal is not tall and cannot jump, so New Zealand are throwing wherever he is.
All 10 points in it as Michael Jones feeds it back to Sean Fitzpatrick. Fox, Tuigamala, off he goes, the bulldozer. This is John Keane with the fullback. Saw a lot of space away out there on the right hand side. Up comes John Kelly. Reese Edwards has it. Reese Edwards, he's got 7 excited here at Kings Park.
Fine play by Reece Edwards, with New Zealand putting pressure